Hey everyone, and welcome back to Exposed, Scandalous Files of the Elite. I'm your host, Jim Chapman, and I am back with the 6th episode in this bad boy series featuring Aaron Hernandez. Now, the last time that I left you, Alexander Bradley was being cross-examined by the defense, and they covered primarily text messages, threats that Bradley was making to Hernandez, as well as some contradictory statements he had made during his grand jury testimony. So today we'll continue with the testimony of Alexander Bradley, and this time the defense attempts to tear apart Bradley's testimony that he gave to the prosecution regarding the shooting in Boston, and it gets very heated once again. Now, you're going to hear all that, plus you're going to hear what Bradley told police when he was questioned regarding those shootings. And just like we've been doing with this episode, you won't hear from me after this. We're going to play his testimony, and then I'll see you in the next episode. So here is what that sounded like.
Mr. Bradley, this is the photograph that Mr. Hagan asked you to look at in reference to the City of Sin individuals. Do you recall that?
And to the City of Sin individuals?
Mysterious group of individuals who wear these clothing that says City of Sin. I'm sorry, City of Angels. Excuse me.
City of Angels.
Correct.
The objection's overruled at this stage.
You recall that? Mr. Hagan showing you these photos and introducing them into evidence?
I do believe I saw this photo.
Okay. You do agree that this is Exhibit 283, right?
Yes, that's marked Exhibit 283.
Okay. Now, I'd like to show you the rest of the photo with the actual writing underneath the photograph. Can you please read to the ladies and gentlemen of the jury what the caption is to that photograph?
It says, City of Sin, we got you, homie, at Aaron 81 Hernandez. Hashtag family first, hashtag the city team, hashtag get with me now.
Okay. To the ladies and gentlemen of the jury who may not understand the phrase, we got you, homie, can you explain to them what that means?
I don't know what he meant by that.
What do you look at? What would you interpret we got you, homie at?
Objection asked the answer. Sustained.
Have you ever used that phrase, we got you, homie? Or I got you, homie?
Sustained.
Is that a negative connotation in any way?
Objection. Sustained.
If I said to you, I got you, homie, is that insulting you?
Counsel, the witness's interpretation is not necessarily the same as that author's interpretation. The objection is sustained.
Do you see anything written in that caption, sir? Do you see anything written in that caption, sir, that you would interpret it as negative?
Objection. Sustained.
Do you see anything negative in that caption, sir?
Objection. It's the same question, sustained.
Withdraw that, Judge. Okay, so now that I want to take you back to July 16, 2012, sir. You testified yesterday that after leaving the garage, you and Mr. Hernandez walked back to the car, the Forerunner, correct?
At which point leaving the garage?
At the end of the night, approximately 2:24 a.m.
I believe that's correct.
Okay, and you said that you were looking for girls at that time.
I was waiting for the club to let out in which the girls would be coming out of, correct?
And you testified that you were looking for girls in the garage.
I did not testify that I was looking for girls in the garage.
So when you went in the garage, Were you looking for girls?
I don't recall what I was doing when I went into the garage at that particular moment.
Okay. After that, when you walked out of the garage, were you still looking for girls?
At that point, walking out of the garage, I believe we didn't walk to the car.
Okay. My question to you, sir, is at this point in time. Oh, well, let me ask you. By the way, did you pick up any girls that night?
No, I don't recall picking up any girls that night.
Do you know anyone who has long shoulder-length cornrow hair?
I know someone, yes. There's a person in the world I know with long cornrows hair.
So
Are you asking me in Boston?
I'm asking you anywhere.
Yes.
Okay. Now, did you meet up with that individual that night?
No.
Okay. Now, did you meet up with any women that night?
No.
Okay. Yet, for the last hour, you were pretty much looking for girls, right?
I went to the club to look for girls. That was my intention.
Okay. And the whole night, you were looking for girls. You didn't get lucky.
Struck out.
Okay. Now, you testified that at some point, Aaron said to you, "Look, there they go," and you guys got in the car immediately. Is that correct?
He said, "There they go. Let's go."
Okay.
That's correct.
And did you guys have a discussion at that point, or did you just go right in the car and go?
We walked to the car.
Okay. Did you say anything to him?
No.
Okay. You just got in the car and drove, right?
Yes, I walked to the car. And we got to the car.
Right?
Yes, at some point I drove, yes. Shortly thereafter.
Okay. Now, you testified earlier, too, and I apologize before I back a little bit, but you testified earlier that you had gone around the corner and Aaron got the gun and put it in the glove compartment, right?
At a point, yes.
Okay. And then after that, you decided to go look for some girls.
Yeah, the club, that's the street that the clubs are on. So yes, sir. So when we returned back to that street, we went there. I went there with the intention to look for women when the club came out.
Okay. So Aaron gets a gun, puts it in the glove box, and you're still thinking girls, right?
Correct.
Okay. Now, at this point, after you get in the car, as you testified, you didn't have any discussions. You start following the BMW.
I pull out at first.
Okay.
I didn't know exactly what I was following until he gave me an indication.
All right. And then you pulled up behind another car and then went around it, right? At the stoplight?
Correct.
Okay. And then Aaron directed you to run the red light, right?
He said, go, 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 is what he was saying.
Go.
Yes.
And gunned it, right?
No, I didn't gun it. False.
Okay, you looked both ways, made sure no cars were coming, right?
Correct.
And you took off.
I proceeded, yes.
Okay, and then you stopped at the stoplight where the BMW was.
Yes.
Okay, and then he reached over and put his hand on your chest.
Well, before I got to stop at the stoplight, he did that as I was approaching the car. So,
Okay, so he did that as you were...
so we weren't at a complete stop, in other words, when he did that.
And at this point, you then hit the electronic button on the recliner, right?
Yes, while approaching the car, I reclined the seat.
Okay, as you went, and you went back, right?
Yes.
You testified that Aaron stuck his hand out the window, and I'm showing the jury and you exhibit 300, right? You see that?
Yes, I do see the picture.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury yesterday?
Yes, I said he extended out the window. I said,
And in fact, you cleared up Mr. Hagan's statement by saying his hand was even a little bit closer to the inside, right?
yeah, he didn't appear that far out the window.
Okay. So when you exhibit 295, did you place the car in park at that time?
No.
Okay. So this photograph where you see the gear shift in park there, all the way to the front, it wasn't like that.
No, I didn't park the car. My foot was on the brake.
Okay. So, sir, yesterday you told the ladies and gentlemen of the jury that when the whole spilled drink thing happened, you were the peacemaker, right?
I didn't use the phrase peacemaker.
You weren't there for that, right?
That's better.
Okay. And you didn't want to get in any trouble, right?
Correct.
And you didn't go out for any trouble.
Correct.
Okay. And you were also, you cared about Aaron.
Correct.
You didn't want to see him get in any trouble.
Correct again.
Okay. And yet, 2 hours later, you're good to go with seeing Aaron get a gun, put it in the glove box, take it out, and then you start driving to chase the BMW. Right?
Correct.
Okay? And you're okay now, 2 hours later, with running a red light to go shoot some people. Or scare them.
Not correct. There you go.
Okay?
There you go.
And you're okay with that.
I was okay with the thought that he
And
was.
you're also okay with lowering the seat back.
Let the witness finish his answer, please.
You're also okay with
Hold
lowering
on.
the seat back, right?
Mr. Bias, hold on.
As I,
Finish your last answer.
no, as I was saying, Mr. Bias, I was okay because I never expected Mr. Hernandez to shoot those individuals.
Of course. Now, you're okay now with lowering your seat back too, right?
After he told me, watch out, yes.
Okay. And you testified that when he said, there they go, that you didn't say anything there, right?
He said, there they go, let's go.
And you didn't say to Aaron, there who goes?
He was already walking towards the car.
No, my question to you, sir, is you didn't ask him, there who goes?
No, I didn't.
You hadn't seen these guys in over 2 hours.
Correct.
Okay? So after not seeing some guys for 2 hours, that thing, you're out looking for girls, that thing is completely out of your mind. You're just following orders, right?
I'm leaving with my friend. If he's saying let's go, whose car belongs to him, if he's saying let's go and he's going towards the car and it's his car and I'm down there in his car 60 plus miles from home, yes.
The car which you've driven many times on your own, right?
Depends on what you would define many, but I've driven it, yes.
Okay. And times you borrowed that car many times too, right?
I wouldn't say many, no.
You borrowed that car. And so
I
after the shooting,
have driven the car.
and even after the shooting, you've driven the car, right?
Wrong.
Okay, we'll clear that up in a minute. I don't want to bounce to too many areas. But, so, now, you're no longer the, I don't want to use the word peacemaker because that's my word, not yours, right?
Correct.
You're no longer not about that. You're about that, right?
Yes. Sustained. Rephrase.
You're now okay. You're not attempting to defuse Mr. Aaron Hernandez, right?
At that point, no, because
You're not telling him, yo, calm down.
Still answering.
You may finish your answer.
thank you. As I was saying, Mr. Baez, no, I wasn't trying to diffuse anything because I'll repeat. Again, I didn't think that Mr. Hernandez were going to shoot those individuals.
Okay, Mr. Bradley, but my question to you, Mr. Bradley, is that you didn't tell him, calm down, Aaron.
And my answer to you, Mr. Baez, like I just said, was no.
That's all. That's what I was looking for. Now, sir, you testified a moment ago that Aaron's hand was out the window even a little closer, correct?
Correct, I believe so.
Okay. Do you remember telling the ladies and gentlemen of the grand jury, the transcript from the 25th, on October 25th, 2013, when being asked, and once he pushed you aside, describe again for the grand jurors, page 27, lines 5 through 12. And once he pushed you aside, describe again for the grand jurors what he did next. And you gave the answer, he extended his body out the window. You know, he leaned all the way across.
Correct.
Okay? This is not extending your body out the window, right?
Wrong.
That's your hand, right?
With your arm, which is on your body, that's putting your body out the window, sir.
So you're not qualifying your answer that he didn't have his body out the window. He just had his hand.
Objection qualifying the
Sustained as to the form.
You're now distinguishing, sir, or clearing up that when you say body out the window, you only mean the hand, right?
I'm confirming that he had his body out the window. To me, that's his body out the window.
Say a person witness.
You may.
Showing you. Two photographs, sir. Do you see that? A gentleman, I guess, extending his body out the window of the car.
Yes.
Okay. Is that a fair and accurate representation of what we're describing?
No, it's not. A fair and accurate representation of what we're describing is the photo that I'm looking at.
Of someone extending their body out the window.
I'll see you at sidebar.
Sir, do you recall making the statement that he extended his body out the window?
Yes, I do.
Okay. And after you made that statement, the police went and took photographs of an individual who's extending his body out the window. Do you recall that?
No, the objection is overruled as to that question.
Do you recall that?
I recall him being shown some pictures later of the police.
You recall being shown the photographs I just showed you?
Correct.
Okay. And then, after some discussion, you told him no, that it was his hand that was out the window.
No, it's not true.
Do you know if this tape, if this session that you had with the police was recorded?
It may or may not have been. I believe it was.
Okay. Did they have a tape recorder placed on the table and said?
I believe I recall a tape recorder, yes.
Okay. And it said to you that everything you were saying must be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
No, overruled.
Yes.
Okay. And of course you wanted to be truthful and tell them everything you knew, right?
I was truthful and told him everything I knew.
My question to you is, you wanted to be truthful and tell them everything you knew, right?
Yes, in which I did.
And that was my next question. And you did that, right?
Correct.
Okay. And if you didn't do that, of course, you know that you lose your deal.
Correct.
Your deal of a lifetime, right?
objection.
Sustained.
Now, were you told at all at that point in time not to say that he had his body out the window?
I was never told what to say at any time.
Okay. So yesterday, or I'm sorry, the day before yesterday, you said that Aaron Hernandez had shot the gun 5 times, right?
Correct.
And when you were quite clear about that, right?
Correct.
Okay. And this is something that you just have in your memory, hearing 5 shots, right?
Correct.
And in fact, you were able to distinguish the difference between 5 shots and 6 shots, right?
Correct.
Okay, because you said 5 shots, right?
I believe at one point I said 5 or 6 and 5 as well.
I know you know where I'm going, but my question to you, sir, is at some
Put
point,
a question to the witness without commentary,
when you
please.
testified to the jury, you told them 5 shots, right?
Yes, I recall saying 5 or 6 shots as in a testimony as well. So
I'll repeat the question because I don't get your understanding. When you testified to the jury, you said 5 shots.
to the jury, I believe so.
You believe so?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. You were unequivocal. You said absolutely. You said 5. You didn't say 5 or 6, right?
I said 5, correct.
All right. Now, the first day that you spoke with law enforcement and you gave your proffer under that letter, do you recall being asked, how many shots do you think were fired? And you answered, oh, that gun has 6 bullets. So he had to fire every bullet in there. Did you hear? The next question. How many did you hear? Answer, 6, probably 6, about 6. Question, okay. Do you remember that?
I believe I said that gun holds 6 shots.
No. Your exact words was, oh, that gun has 6 bullets. Right?
If those are my exact words, then yes.
Okay. Let me show you them so that we don't get...
That'd be better. Thank you.
May I persuade us?
You may.
I'm showing you your statement of October 8th proffer that was based on the proffer letter for which you were ultimately granted immunity. There's your answer highlighted in line 20 and 21.
Yes, those are my words. Accurate.
Okay. And accurate means, oh, that gun has 6 bullets, right?
Correct.
So we had to fire every bullet in there, right? You said that?
Correct. Those are my words.
Now, you also said that after the gun was fired, you heard the clicking sound, meaning the trigger was pulled multiple times after, right?
Correct.
And you're aware that the .357 Magnum that you bought had 6 bullets, right?
No, I don't believe that. I know definitely it has 6 bullets in it.
But yet you made the statement, oh, that gun has 6 bullets.
It's probably a discrepancy. I believe I meant to say the gun holds 6 bullets.
Okay, so you want to retract your statement from the proffer?
Objection.
Sustained as to the term retract.
Okay. You want to amend your answer from the proffer?
Objection.
No, overruled.
I didn't ask to amend my answer. I believe I just said it may have been a discrepancy, a mistake.
Okay. In fact, it was a discrepancy, right?
I don't know, was it?
You testified in front of the grand jury and this jury that it was 5 shots.
Correct, I did.
Okay, so somewhere between the proffer and the grand jury, you went from 5 shots, knowing the gun carried 6. I'm sorry, 6 shots, knowing the gun carried 6, down to 5.
Correct.
And the police didn't tell you, we've only recovered 5 bullets. Can you say it's 5?
Correct. The police didn't tell me that.
Okay. And Mr. Hagan, when asking you to come forward and testify to this jury, make sure you tell them it was 5 shots.
No, Mr. Hagan never said that to me.
Prior to your testimony here, sir, how many times did you meet with Mr. Hagan?
I don't know an exact amount. Usually, I want to say more than 3. I'll say about, I would guess 6, maybe 5 or 6 times.
5 or 6
6 times, I'm guessing.
5 or 6 times, and only 3 of them were recorded.
I don't know how many were recorded.
Each time, when you sit down with a tape recorder, they advise you, do you see the tape recorder on the table, right?
I believe so.
And they say to you, do you understand you're being recorded, right?
Right.
Okay. And somehow, after the proffer, which was recorded, your next statement is that it's 5 shots, right?
I believe I make a statement of 5 shots at some point.
Okay. But there is nothing that you point to, nothing that you can point to after you made this statement to the police that the gun has 6 shots, and they probably fired all 6. Nothing that you can point to that can justify the change to 5, right?
No, overruled.
My memory?
So your memory gets better with time, right?
Oh, it does. Absolutely.
So 4 years later down the road, your memory is much better now, right?
In a lot of aspects, yes.
Just like you remembered Aaron taking a photograph with the fan, right?
I thought we went over the fact that it happened in the back room and I wasn't there.
Okay. Well,
So I
just
can't
like
remember something I wasn't there for.
Just like you testified, you remember seeing Mr. De Abreu and Mr. Sanchez cross the street and go to the other bar, right?
Testified that I believed that they crossed the street.
Okay.
Never said definitively.
And now, of course, you want to clear up that it is definitely 5 shots, right?
Objections of one, clear up.
Sustained.
Now, after the shooting, you testified that you made a wrong turn. You went to the right, correct?
Correct.
And down that street's a one-way street, right?
Correct.
So you're driving down the wrong side of the road.
For a split second, yes.
Okay, and then you made a U-turn and came back.
Made a U-turn and stopped at the light.
Okay. And there you are, stopped at the corner. Let's see if I can... May I approach?
Certainly.
What a diagram. Okay, so we're all clear. You ran this light right here, right? To catch up to the BMW right here.
I don't know the exact, by streets I don't know, but I did go through a light to catch up with the
You see this big blow up right here that says the intersection of Chapman Avenue and Harold Street?
Yes.
Okay. You see it points to a very big green dot,
Yes.
right? Okay. You recognize this as a bridge, right?
Yes.
Okay. You see a crosswalk right there.
Yes.
Okay. Fair to say that that's a stoplight that you ran before you caught up to the BMW?
It appears to be the light I went through, yes.
Okay. So, you ran this red light to catch up with the car. Right?
Correct.
Okay. Then you turned right down Harold Street.
After the shots were fired, correct.
Yes. After the shots are fired.
Yes.
Okay. You're now exposed as having shot at a car, correct?
I didn't shoot at the car.
Okay, well, you're now exposed. People have seen that car, right? The 4Runner.
What I'd imagine.
Okay. Then you make a U-turn and drive right back, right?
No, I was at a red light. When I made the U-turn, the light was red.
The light right here is red, right?
Right, so I'm sitting at the red light.
You're sitting at the red light, and and people are coming out of the car, right?
Yes.
You saw a taxi go by.
I said I saw a taxi cab man raise his head out of the
Okay.
car.
And people are now starting to come to the scene, right?
Correct. There were
Okay.
some individuals got out the car, and then car pulled up behind, and
And it never occurs to you, hey, I ran this red light, maybe I should run this one.
no, it didn't.
You stood there and stayed there the entire time for the red light to turn green.
It turned green right away, pretty much.
And then you left.
Yes, and I drove through the intersection. Correct.
Now, you testified that you got lost after that, right? That Aaron started using his GPS?
Yes, he started GPSing.
And you recall telling the police that Aaron, didn't make any phone calls, right?
I don't believe he made phone calls.
Okay, and that's because he was using the GPS, right?
Yes, at a point he was using the GPS.
And it's just you two alone in the car right then and there, right?
Correct.
And there's no one else there?
There's no one else there.
Okay? And he's guiding you with the GPS, right?
At a point, he starts guiding me with the GPS.
Okay.
Correct.
Because although you've been to Boston 3 times a week for a year and a half, you still didn't know how to find your way home.
Objection has to answer.
Sustained. We've already covered this, counsel.
Okay. Now, are you aware, police make you aware that Aaron made a call at 2:37?
Objection.
Overruled.
No, they didn't.
They didn't confront you with that evidence.
No.
Okay. They didn't tell you, hey, the statement you made to us when you said, no, I'm pretty sure he didn't make any calls because we were using his GPS telling me where to drive and where to go.
They said I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. And you're pretty sure today he didn't make a call.
I don't recall him ever making a call. At that point, at least.
And of course, you would have been in the car to have known if he made a call, right?
I was in the car with him, yes.
Okay. Now this gun, it was purchased by you, right?
Correct.
And that was done on another day, right?
Correct.
Okay. Your immunity deal only covers your actions on July 16th, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Did you get arrested or prosecuted for purchasing a firearm for Mr. Hernandez?
No.
You didn't get arrested for dealing, and you're a convicted felon selling firearms?
No, I didn't.
Okay. So, to this date, you haven't been charged with that?
Correct.
Not by Mr. Hagan? So?
Correct.
And not by anybody in Connecticut?
Correct again.
And you said you bought it from a guy named Jamar, right?
I don't recall who I got the gun from.
Your testimony today, sir, is you don't recall who you got the gun from?
I don't remember exactly who I got the gun from.
Okay. If you have a moment, Judge.
You may.
Jamar, you know a guy named Jamar?
Yes, I do know a Jamar.
Okay. And his name is Jamar Duro?
The Jamar I know, I don't know his last name.
You don't know his last name? But you know him as Rock, right?
I do know a Jamar who they call Rock, correct.
Okay. Kind of goes by the same nickname you go by. Rock.
Objection.
Right?
No, you may answer and
False. I don't have a nickname.
Oh, you're Rocky.
There you go.
Okay. He's Rocky, you're Rocky. Right, Rocky?
Right.
Objection.
Okay.
with a question.
I'm directing counsel to the October 8th proffer by Mr. Bradley. Mr. Bradley, do you recall being asked a question? Okay, and the silver firearm, the silver revolver, page, line 20. Page 36. The silver revolver you talked about, do you know where that came from originally? And you answered, yes. Where? I got it from him. I got it for him, the firearm. Okay. Where did you get it from? I got it from a friend of mine in Bristol. Question. Okay. Who is that? Answer. A friend of mine that we call Rock. His first name's Jamar. I don't know his last name.
If that's what it says there, that's what I said, and that's what I just.
See that it says that there, sir?
I believe you if you say it's there.
Okay. So when you testified to the jury that you didn't know where you got that gun from, that's not true, is it, sir?
I didn't just say to the jury, I don't know where. I said I don't recall.
Okay, but you didn't recall where you got that gun from. That was not correct.
Yeah, I don't.
The objection is sustained. Rephrase.
You didn't recall when you testified to these ladies and gentlemen moments ago where you got the gun from, right?
I just told the jury that I don't recall who I got the gun from.
But on October 8th, 2013, when you needed to get that deal, and you made that proffer,
Objection and needed to get the deal.
Put the question.
you did recall who you bought the gun from.
If that's what it says there, if that's what I said, then
So the answer to my question is yes, sir?
at the time, then yes, if that's what it says.
Okay. So, contrary to what you said a moment ago, your memory doesn't get better with time, does it, sir?
I just said certain aspects of it. That was my testimony, sir.
In this case, in this situation, this specific instance, your memory didn't get better with time, did it, Mr. Bradley?
Apparently not, Mr. Baez.
So, subsequent to this situation, subsequent to giving this statement, did you lose your immunity deal?
Subsequent to giving what statement?
Not being able to recall information that you had given previously.
Well, I guess that means I would have to have lost my deal right now. Is that what you're saying? Because I just...
If after making that statement, or not being able to recall, did you lose your immunity deal?
You just asked me right now, Mr. Baez.
Were you asked subsequent to that? If you recalled.
No, I haven't been asked if I recall.
So, are you aware that Jamar Durham is friends with Jaylene Diaz-Ramos?
I don't know a Jamar Durham.
Jamar Rock.
Well, you're speculating that this is...
Friends with Jaylene Diaz-Ramos.
You're speculating that the Jamar you're talking about is the Jamar that I know. I already told you I don't know a Jamar Durham. You just informed me of a Jamar Durham. In essence, what you're trying to do is make me tell you that I know who you're talking about, and I don't know a Jamar Durham.
I'm asking you a specific question, Mr. Bradley, and that is, do you know that Jamar Rock, as you call him, knows Jaylene Diaz-Ramos?
No, but you said Jamar Durham the first time.
Now, do you recall testifying that... I'm sorry, let me strike that, rephrase that. On October 8th, when you gave your proffer to get your deal, do you recall telling the police that you arrived after 5 in the morning at Brooke Wilcox's house?
I believe I said I arrived sometime around 5 in the morning.
Okay.
Can you show me my exact words, please?
I can. Page. May I approach the witness?
You may.
Counsel at page 66, line 9.
Like right about 5? Right at 5 in the morning?
We'll introduce the statements, to be clear. Question. Okay, and you said you got there at what time? And your answer, it was right after 5 in the morning, like right about 5, right at 5 in the morning. Do you recall giving that answer?
I recall saying right about 5, little after 5 in the morning.
My question to you, do you recall giving that answer?
And I just answered you, yes, sir.
I want to use the exact words
Please
that
do.
you gave the police. I'm going to repeat the answer. And it really just calls for a yes or no. Answer, it was right after 5 in the morning. Like right about 5, right at 5 in the morning.
Correct.
Okay? And then the next question, all right, now the shooting happened just around 2:30. That's 2.5 hours. That's, 2.5 hours, right? And your answer is right. And the question is, it doesn't take that long to get to Connecticut. And your answer is, oh, there were no other stops, sir, in between. Do you recall giving those statements?
I believe that's what I said.
Okay? And you agree it doesn't take 2.5 hours, right?
Correct.
So there's an hour of unaccounted time for that the police are now questioning you about, right?
Projection.
Sustained in that form.
There's an hour that the police are questioning you about after this, correct?
There's an hour that the police are questioning me about?
Yes. Because it doesn't take 2.5 hours to get from Boston to Connecticut, especially at 2:30 in the morning, right?
Yes,
It's not rush hour?
no, it's not rush hour.
Okay. So you then tell the police that there were no stops, right?
Yeah, I didn't recall any stops.
Okay. And you told us that Aaron was using the GPS, right?
Correct.
Okay. So there's an hour of time that you've yet to account for, correct?
Projection an hour.
Well, that presupposes how long it does take to get to Connecticut. Why don't you establish that?
How long
sir?
does it take to get to Connecticut at 2:30 in the morning from Boston, sir?
At least probably an hour, 45 minutes to 2 hours.
Okay. Not an hour and a half?
If you're speeding, you can get there an hour and a half if you're flying. Yeah,
And it's your testimony then that you went to Brooke Wilcox's house, right?
correct.
And so you get to Brooke Wilcox's house, and you said you were in shock. Remember testifying about that?
Yes,
And that she noticed you were in shock. And that you then told her that Aaron had just shot 2 people, right?
correct.
And you said that right in front of Aaron, right?
I said it within earshot of Aaron. Yes, he was near. He wasn't far
He's
away.
within earshot, and he had never met Brooke Wilcox before, had he?
I don't know. I can't recall if he met Brooke Wilcox before or not.
Do you recall telling the police that you think this was the first time he ever met her?
I don't recall if that was the first time he ever met her.
My question to you is, do you recall telling the police that this was the first time, or you think that it was the first time she ever met him?
No, I didn't recall that.
Okay.
But if it's there, I believe I said it.
So you want to argue with that statement then?
If you have it, if it's in there, I believe I said it.
I'm going to direct counsel to the same statement, page 68. Question on line 11, does she know Aaron? Answer, yeah, she knows him. That might have been the first time she ever met him. Do you recall making that statement, sir?
Yeah, that's what it says, that it might have been.
Okay, so at the very least, he doesn't know Brooke well, right?
That's a fair statement.
They're not tight like you and him,
Correct.
okay? And here you decide to tell her that Aaron Hernandez, the professional NFL football player, just committed a double homicide in your presence, within earshot of Aaron Hernandez.
Correct.
Then you were so shocked, you went upstairs and had sex.
I was already upstairs. I went into the room with her.
Okay, and then you guys had sex, right?
Something of that sort. Correct.
Okay. And then you testified yesterday that Aaron's phone had died, right?
Yes, his phone died at a point.
Okay. And you said that he began to ask for, I guess, Brooke's laptop to use to run searches on the computer?
Yes, he asked to use the laptop.
And do you recall telling the police, sir, that Aaron was searching for the news on his iPhone?
On his iPhone?
Yes, his iPhone.
Or on an iPhone?
On his iPhone.
Show it to me, please.
My question to you is, do you recall?
No, I don't, sir.
You have to wait until I finish my answer. I have my question, Mr. Bennett, okay? Do you recall telling the police that Aaron was searching for the news on his iPhone?
On his iPhone?
Yes.
I don't recall saying that.
Okay. This is on the October 8th proffer. Question. The shooting was being shown on the news? Answer. Yeah, the shooting. I think he might have even used his, like he was Googling the news. Boston News with the iPhone that he had. Or I'm pretty sure it was an iPhone or whatever the phone that he had. Do you recall making that statement, sir?
Yes, I do recall making that statement.
So you told them that he was searching on his iPhone, right?
Yes, he was searching on an iPhone.
On his iPhone.
On the phone that he had?
Yes.
Correct.
Okay. But yesterday you told the ladies and gentlemen of the jury that his phone was dead, right?
If I told him that yesterday.
And that's because the police told you that there are no searches on Aaron Hernandez's iPhone for the news on that night. Objection.
No, you may answer that question.
No,
The police told you
the
that.
police didn't tell me that.
Okay. Well, I suspect if there are news searches that we'll see them at some point. Now, let me ask you this, though.
Sustained as to that commentary.
You also testified that you remember saying his phone was dead, right?
Yes, his phone died at a point.
If I could have a moment, Judge. I apologize. I don't want to create this. While we're actually, Judge, while that's being done, you testified a moment ago for the ladies and gentlemen of the jury that you didn't know Jamar Durham, right?
I don't know a Jamar last name Durham, no. I don't know if the Jamar that I know's last name is Durham.
Mr. Bradley, we left off discussing the differences between what you told the police that Aaron was searching on his iPhone and the statement you made to the jury about Aaron's iPhone being dead, right? Remember that?
Correct, that's where we left off.
Okay. Brooke Wilcox doesn't have an iPhone charger at her house.
She does have an iPhone charger.
Okay, and that was never used because, of course, his phone died, right?
His phone died. I mean,
Testified that his phone was dead.
his phone died at a point, correct.
Okay. Now, I'm now showing you exhibit 249A that's been entered in the evidence. It's Aaron's phone records. I want to point out a couple of things to you. Okay. I'm going to use my highlighter here to point out certain areas for you. Do you see the dates here of July 16, 2012?
Yes, I do.
Okay. That would have been the day of the shooting, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And do you see the times here starting from 12:13, 12:25, 1:13, 1:25, 2:13? See that?
Yes.
Okay. As we go down further, 2:25, 2:54, 3:04. See that?
Yes.
See D13,
Yes.
D13,
Yes.
4:13,
Yes.
4:13,
Yes.
4:44,
Yes.
5:13.
Yes.
Now 5:13 would have been about the time you got to Brooks' house, right? You said 5, after 5, around 5.
After 5, yeah, I imagine so, yes.
Okay. Then you see 5:44.
Correct.
You see 5:59,
Correct.
6:13,
Correct.
10:47.
Correct. Yes.
Okay. Now look at elapsed time. I'm going to go straight down to 5:15 and after. You see 60 minutes?
Yes.
You see 14 minutes.
Yes.
You see 26.
Yes.
You see 12.
Yes.
You see 45.45 seconds.
Yes.
Now do you see the bytes up and bytes down?
I do.
Okay. I want to direct your attention to after 5. See the bytes up?
Yes.
Bytes down over here. 71. 71.
Yes.
8102.
8102, yes.
Okay. Then you see 6. Then over here at 544, you see 12, 26, 91,
Yes.
49, 97, 34.
Yes.
Okay. 24, 2707,
Yes.
30, 774,
778. Yes.
778, excuse me,
Yes.
and then a 4. Basically, you see all the different numbers between bytes up and bytes down through the early morning hours, right?
Correct.
Okay. We had the benefit of an engineer from AT&T come in and talk about data and how to read this. Do you know do you know how to read this report and how it discusses the data used at certain time periods?
Absolutely not.
Okay. But you would agree that those numbers are correct, which we pointed out, right?
If you are in a position to agree to that, you may. If you don't know, then you shouldn't.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, I want to be clearer with my question. The numbers that I told you to read from this paper, that's in evidence.
Okay.
You read them correctly, right?
I read the numbers off after you corrected. Yes.
Okay. That's my question. And you would agree that the numbers I told you to read, you read them and you read them incorrectly, right?
Did I read them correctly?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And at the times correctly, right?
Correct.
So, you testified about Aaron then going and searching on the laptop, right?
I said that he asked to use a laptop. Yes.
Okay. And the searches that Aaron was running on that laptop, they're not being run by you, right?
Right.
You're absolutely sure that you didn't run these searches.
The searches that he ran? No, I couldn't have ran the searches that he ran.
Did you run any searches that day?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Did you run searches that morning?
I don't recall running searches. I mean,
Okay. Did you run a search for Norwich restaurant shooting suspects that morning when coming back from Boston?
Norwich restaurant shooting suspects?
Yes.
Absolutely not.
Did you run a search, Bellevue St. Hartford shooting?
Absolutely not.
Did you run a search, breaking news in Hartford?
I don't recall running a search, breaking news in Hartford.
Did you run a search, shooting in Hartford?
At what point are you asking me?
That morning when you came back from Boston,
I don't recall running any
to
searches.
Brooks Wilcox's computer, did you run any of those searches?
I don't recall running those searches.
Okay. Did you run a search on Spokeo.com for Aaron Hernandez's personal information?
No.
Did you run the search that said Boston shooting subsequent to those searches?
The same morning you're talking about? I don't believe so.
Do you understand? Do you have any idea? Bless you. Do you have any knowledge of any of these shootings?
Any of what shootings?
The ones at the Norwich restaurant shooting,
Absolutely not.
or the suspects?
Absolutely not.
Bellevue St. Hartford shooting,
No.
breaking news in Hartford shooting in Hartford.
No.
You would agree that a shooting in Hartford is completely different than a shooting in Boston, right?
Yes.
See what that says in green?
This is a shooting in Hartford last night.
Okay. And can you see the date on that?
Yes.
What date is that, sir?
July 16, 2012.
And time?
7:27 a.m.
Do you see the next item that's highlighted in green?
Yes.
What does it say?
Breaking Boston news.
And do you see the date and time?
Yes.
What time is that, sir?
11:15. 3 seconds after in the morning.
And the date again, I'm sorry?
July 2012.
July what?
I'm sorry, July 16, 2012.
That's the same date of the shooting?
Yes.
Okay. Do you see that highlighted in green?
Yes.
What does it say in green, sir?
Shooting in Hartford.
And the date
July 16, 2012.
and the time?
11:07 a.m.
Okay. That's the same date as the shooting in Boston, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Do you see that search that's highlighted in green?
Yes.
Okay. What does it say?
Shooting in Boston.
And what is the date
July 16, 2012.
and the time?
10:26 p.m.
Now, Aaron had left your house at what time, sir? Or Brooks' house at what time?
I'm not sure what time he left.
He wasn't there at 10:26 p.m., correct?
Correct.
The next one in green
Breaking news in Hartford, Connecticut.
and the date, sir,
July 16, 2012.
and the time.
10:58 a.m.
The next one in green, what does it say, sir?
Shooting in Boston.
And the date
July 16, 2012.
and the time.
10:27 p.m.
And that was Mr. Hernandez at Brooke Wilcox's home at 10:27 p.m.
No, not p.m. No.
And the one in green now,
Boston shooting.
the date.
July 2012. July 16, 2012. I'm sorry. 10:51 p.m.
And Mr. Hernandez was not in Miss Wilcox's home at that time, correct?
Correct.
Can you look at the what's highlighted there?
Aaron Hernandez.
You spelled Aaron with two A's? Let me rephrase that. Is Aaron spelled with two A's there?
Yes.
Okay. And the date
July 16, 2012.
and the time?
3:54 p.m.
Mr. Hernandez was not at Brooke Wilcox's home at 3:54 p.m., was he, sir?
I don't believe so.
And can you read what's highlighted here?
Aaron Hernandez address?
And that is a Google search, correct?
Correct.
And the date
July 16, 2012.
and the time?
11:31 p.m.
Mr. Hernandez was not at Brooke Wilcox's home at that time, correct?
Correct.
I'm sorry, was that PM or AM?
PM.
PM, thank you.
Looking up his own address, right?
Sustained.
Doing a search for Aaron Hernandez's address, correct?
Who doing the search? What do you mean?
I'm not saying who. I'm asking.
You just said doing the search. So
The search is, it says Google searches, sir? Do you see that right there?
yes,
Under type?
yes.
And what's the search again?
Google search.
Okay. And the item is?
Aaron Hernandez address.
Now, can you read the next Google search written?
Aaron Hernandez girlfriend.
And the date?
July 16, 2012.
And the time?
11:30 p.m.
Mr. Hernandez wasn't at Brooke Wilcox's home at 11:30 p.m. that night, was he?
That's correct.
Can you read the next one highlighted in green?
Boston shooting.
And the date?
July 16, 2012.
And the time?
10:58 p.m.
Okay. Now the next one written in green.
NBC local news, Hartford, Connecticut.
Actually, let's go to this next one here. Do you see where it's? Can you read what's in green?
We're skipping. All right, shooting in Boston,
And the date?
July 16, 2012, 10:27 p.m.
The next one in green?
Breaking news, Boston,
The date?
July 16, 2012,
The time?
11:09 a.m.
Okay. The next search there listed?
Aaron Hernandez,
The date?
July 16, 2012,
At what time, sir?
3:56 p.m.
The next search?
Breaking news in Hartford, Connecticut,
The date?
July 16, 2012,
At what time?
10:58 a.m.
The next search?
Aaron Hernandez address,
The date?
July 16, 2012,
Time?
3:56 p.m.
Okay, there's a string of a Google where it says google.com, correct?
Correct.
And in the string, you see the words what, sir?
Aaron Hernandez address,
Okay, and the date
July 16, 2012,
and the time.
11:31 p.m.
Now there's another Google Internet link, correct?
Correct.
And what does it say there?
Shooting in Hartford last night,
And the date
July 16, 2012,
and the time.
11:07 a.m.
Mr. Baez, these would appear to be duplicates.
No, they're not, sir.
The layout.
They're some. Basically, Judge, there are a couple of searches that are not. I want to just make sure I cover them all. There's only a couple more. Okay, can you read what it says there?
www.spokeo.com, Aaron Hernandez.
Would you agree that says spokeo.com?
It says Spokeo, spoken in the O at the end.
Okay, S, can you spell it for the ladies and gentlemen of the jury?
spokeo.com,
And then after that,
Aaron Hernandez.
and the time?
July 16, 2012, 11:30 p.m.
And would you agree that the next one is just the link to the aforementioned search, correct?
Correct.
And that's at what time, sir?
July 16, 2012, 11:30 p.m.
Okay. Okay. This is next. The next one is the link, correct? A Google link.
Correct.
Okay. And it appears to go to a news website.
Correct.
Okay. And what does it reference?
Hartford shooting,
What is that word there?
Bellevue Street, shooting in Hartford.
Okay. And the date?
July 16, 2012, 11:07 a.m.
Just want to make sure we get them on here. Apologize. Court's indulgence. Can you read this one here, highlighted in, it purports to be the New York Daily News?
Yes.
And what does it say?
NewYorkDailyNews.com. Ray Allen thanks Celtics fans. Signing Miami Heat. Shooting guard. Harsh treatment Boston article. July 16, 2012. 10:26 p.m.
Are you a Boston Celtics fan, sir?
No.
Okay. Is Brooke Wilcox a Boston Celtics fan interested in Ray Allen?
You'd have to ask her. I don't know.
Okay, we will. Apologize, Judge. I have to read inside the links to make sure I'm not repeating. Sir, did you run any of those searches that we just covered?
No, I don't believe I ran any of those searches.
Okay. Did you observe Brooke Wilcox doing any of those searches?
I don't recall observing her doing any of those searches.
Okay. And did you see Aaron Hernandez running those searches?
I don't know what searches Mr. Hernandez was running.
Okay, so the answer is no?
I don't know what searches Mr. Hernandez ran.
My question is, did you see Aaron Hernandez run those searches?
I don't believe so.
Okay. Now, you testified yesterday that while you're at Tanya's house, Aaron called Tanya. I'm sorry, excuse me. You testified yesterday that while you're at Brooke Wilcox's house, you saw Aaron call Tanya his cousin.
I believe I did say he called Tanya. He used the phone to call Tanya.
And this was not from his iPhone that was dead, right?
I don't believe so.
Okay. Do you recall what phone he used?
He could have used the house phone. He could have used Brooke's phone. He could have used my phone.
So you don't recall what phone it was what phone was used, correct?
Correct. I don't know exactly what phone he used.
Sir, your number was 860-462-0830, right?
At a point, I believe so.
Okay, that was one of the many text messages that we spent half a day going over, right?
I don't believe so.
Are you disagreeing that this is your number?
That's not what I disagreed to. You asked me if it was one of the many days we spent going over with text.
Oh, okay. So your beef is with the amount of time we went over the text, not the phone number, right?
Sustained.
Your issue is not with the fact that that's your phone number, but with how long we actually took going over those text messages.
Protection relevance.
No, overruled.
Now, who's we going over that?
You and Mr. Hagan, myself, the jury.
You went over a 462 number with me, sir? I don't recall me and you going over a 462 number. Show me, please.
Can I have a moment, Judge?
No. Is 462-0830 your number?
Yes, it was. It was at a point, yes.
Thank you. Next question.
Just so we're clear, is 860-462-0830 your phone?
Correct, it was at a point.
Okay. May I approach the witness?
You may.
showing you a phone record from Sprint. Do you see that, sir?
Yes.
And the name of the customer is?
Overruled.
Tanya Valderrama.
And that's Tanya, Aaron's cousin. That's who you know to be Aaron's cousin, right?
Correct.
Okay. Do you see how the phone numbers are listed as either the city or incoming, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay. And if, to your understanding, when you read call destination, if it's an incoming call, it says incoming, right?
Correct.
And if it's an outgoing call, it says the city, right?
If that's what you're telling me, yes.
Okay. Do you see an outgoing call to your phone number at 7:42 a.m. from Tanya?
Objection to from Tanya.
Excuse me, from that phone number.
Yes.
Okay. And how long did the call last?
9 minutes.
Okay. Do you see any incoming calls that morning from your phone number? Or any of the many phones that you've had?
I mean, that I can recall of one of those numbers being mine, no, I don't know.
Okay. What about Brooke Wilcox's house?
I believe there's an incoming call from Brooke Wilcox's home right there
Where
at 148 and 332 down here.
That's in the afternoon. Someone from that number is calling in the afternoon, right?
That's on the 17th. Incoming to 261-4027.
Okay. So there's no one calling. I'm talking about the day of the 16th, right?
On the 16th, I don't believe so.
Okay. So on the 16th, there are no records from Brooke Wilcox's house to Tanya to this number issued to Tanya, but there's a outgoing call to your number at that time in the morning, correct?
I'll see you at sidebar. This is not the proper witness to interpret and to identify cell phone records. So that witness may appear later in the trial, but please disregard references to telephone calls to Tanya's number or from Tanya's number. Mr. Bias, please.
Yes.
And folks, you didn't get a full recess. Does anyone need a recess at this stage? You want to keep going? Seeing no hands raised, we will keep going.
I feel
Mr.
very
Bias.
encouraged. Thank you, sir.
I'm not asking you.
All right. Mr. Bradley, let's discuss this trip to West Palm Beach. You understand? You testified that you didn't bring any clothes with you, right?
Testified the clothes were left at the airport. That's where they were left.
Okay. Up here in New England, not Florida.
Yes, in Mass.
So you went on a trip to Florida and didn't bring any luggage.
Correct. I brought luggage to Mass and it stayed there inside the car.
Okay. And you told the ladies and gentlemen of the jury that you did not have a ticket back. Is that correct?
Correct.
And you're aware that after the Florida trip, Aaron had to go to Phoenix for a photo shoot.
Correct.
Okay. And he was I guess he was sponsoring Muscle Milk. You remember that?
Yes, I do remember that.
Okay. And is it your testimony to the ladies and gentlemen of the jury that you did not have a ticket to go with him to Arizona?
Yes, it's my testimony that I was never given a ticket to go to Arizona, Mr. Hernandez.
You didn't have a reservation either.
Mr. Hernandez asked me if I wanted to go to Arizona with him, and I indicated that I didn't want to go.
Okay. My question to you, sir, is Is it your testimony that you did not have a reservation to go with Mr. Hernandez to Arizona?
You gonna let me answer it?
Please do.
Again, I don't know how you're interpreting reservation, but he asked me to go and I said no. So no, I didn't have a physical ticket with him to go to Arizona.
Okay. May I approach the witness?
You may.
I'm showing you a document, and I'm going to subsequently mark for identification. Can you tell the ladies and gentlemen of the jury the name of the that's on the header?
It says Lux E Travel Group.
Okay, and they're out of California.
Correct.
Okay, and it appears to be a flight itinerary, does it not?
So you would say.
Appears to be a flight itinerary.
Yes.
Okay, and could you tell the ladies and gentlemen of the jury the name of the passenger?
Alex Bradley.
Okay, and where is the person traveling from?
From Miami.
Stopping where?
In Dallas.
And then from
Dallas.
to?
Phoenix.
And the date?
February 13th, 2013.
And that's the departure date, correct?
Correct.
And that's the day that you were shot.
I believe so.
If we mark this as an exhibit.
No objection.
Without objection, that is received.
Exhibit 305.
Now, do you recall ever mentioning under oath that you were only in Florida for 3 days?
Yes, did I believe I was only in Florida for 3 days?
So it's your testimony to the ladies and gentlemen of the jury that you were only there for 3 days?
Correct.
Okay. So the 13th, you would have arrived the 10th, then, correct?
I believe so.
Okay. And not the 8th. Give me the ticket.
I don't recall arriving on the 8th.
You testified to ladies and gentlemen of the jury you arrived on the 8th. Do you remember that? When Mr. Higgins asked me questions?
No, I don't recall that.
Okay. And that's because you can't account for all 5 days, can you, sir?
Objection.
Now, the question may stand. You may answer the question, sir.
I didn't believe I was down there 5 days. So if I was down there 5 days, if in fact I was down there 5 days, then no, I can't account for all 5 days.
Okay. And you can't account for 5 days that you want to discuss in your testimony, right, sir?
Objection.
Sustained in that form.
You were dealing drugs those 2 additional days that you cannot account for, weren't you, sir?
Absolutely not.
Okay. You were not with Mr. Hernandez the entire time down there, were you, sir?
I was with Mr. Hernandez the entire time down there.
Okay. But yet, it's your testimony May I approach the witness?
You may.
I'm showing you a travel document. And what does it say the name of the travel company is, sir?
Lux Travel.
Okay. And who is the passenger?
Aaron Hernandez.
Okay. And what is the date of travel?
February 8th, 2013.
Okay. February 8th through the 13th, that's 5 days, right, sir?
That Mr. Hernandez, that says Mr. Hernandez was there 5 days, yes, sir.
Right. And you say you flew down with Aaron Hernandez, right?
Correct.
So, and you say you were with Aaron Hernandez the entire 5 days.
I said I was with Mr. Hernandez my entire stay there.
The entire time
That I was there.
Aaron was in Florida, you were in Florida. Up until when you got shot.
The duration of my Florida stay, mine, me personally, I was with Mr. Hernandez. However many days I was there, I was with Mr. Hernandez.
But you can only account for 3 of 5 days, right, sir?
If in fact I was down there for 5 days, I can only account for 3. That would be correct.
That's what I wanted to know. Thank you. Now, you testified under direct examination that you lost your cell phone at the bar Tootsie's that night, right?
Yes, I believe I left my cell phone at Tootsie's. Correct.
And that's what you want the ladies and gentlemen to remember, right? That you left your cell phone there?
Objection.
Sustained as to the form of the question.
That was your testimony, right, sir?
Yes.
Okay. But you actually had 2 phones, right?
At that time, I only had one phone with me in Florida.
Okay. I want to go over these numbers and make sure we got them right. 860-706-4709. Is that your number, sir?
I believe that was my number.
Okay. 860-726-3749.
I'm not sure if that's my number.
Court's indulgence with very nice compliments. While Ms. Medina's looking that up, I can move to another point dealing with your phone calls. Now, you testified that your phone died and you wanted to charge it in the VIP room at Tootsie's?
Yes, I was trying to find a charger for my phone. Correct.
Okay. And then it got left behind at Tootsie's?
Yes, at some point.
Okay. Okay, Miss Medina just found text number 9 that's been admitted into evidence in the composite of the text messages.
Okay.
Apologize, I don't have the exhibit number, but I'll supplement the record. Do you see the number 860-726-3749?
Correct.
And that's to Aaron's number, the 203 number, right?
Yes.
Okay. And this is where you talk about, if I dealt with the police, my boy, this would have been over.
Correct.
And you're right, you're too paranoid, that's what made you do this. You remember that?
Correct.
Okay. So now, you agree that that was your number 2?
3 weeks later, yes.
Okay. 3 weeks later, not in Florida, right?
No, not in Florida.
That's what you want the jury to know?
Objection.
Sustained as to the form.
Okay. May I approach the witness?
You may.
I'm showing you now on Exhibit 249B, Aaron's phone records. May I approach the witness? Can you read this phone number that I have highlighted here?
726-3749.
Okay, that's your phone number, right?
Yes, on February 12th.
That's the day before you got shot,
Correct.
not 2 weeks later, like you just testified.
Correct.
Okay, so that, in fact, you did have that phone number.
Yes, I did have that phone number.
Okay. And then Can you read this phone number here to the ladies and gentlemen of the jury?
860-706-4709.
That's another phone number, right?
Correct.
Okay. And the date that is?
That's on February 13th
At what time?
at 7:54 a.m.
Okay. So those are two numbers, right?
Correct.
You had both those numbers at the time on your Florida trip?
Yes,
I'm asking if he had them with him or if they were assigned to phones.
Assigned to him. You had both of those numbers assigned to you on that trip, correct, sir?
yes, I did.
Okay. So you didn't get one 2 weeks later like you just mentioned.
I didn't say I got it 2 weeks later. I said 3 weeks later, meaning that's the date you're showing me the number here.
Okay. 3 weeks later.
Correct.
So you had both of these numbers assigned under your name at that time, right?
Yes, I had two numbers. Correct.
Okay. Yeah, two phones.
Correct.
Okay. Told the ladies and gentlemen of the jury, well, I'm going to backtrack. The police asked you if you had a phone with you that day, right?
You mean the day that I was shot?
Yeah.
I believe they did.
That's the only time you were talking to police, right? That you
Oh.
got shot?
Objection.
February 13th?
No, you may answer.
They may or may have asked me about a phone.
Do you have any other interactions with the police on your trip to Florida?
Yes, leaving to get my property from the department and the interview from my hospital bed.
Prior to getting shot, did you have any interactions with the police?
No.
Do you remember telling the ladies and gentlemen of the jury that, well, you just mentioned you left your phone at Tootsie's, right?
Yes, I believe I left my phone at Tootsie's.
And then you told the police you didn't have a phone, right?
Correct, because I didn't have a phone.
Because you left it at Tootsie's, right?
I believe I left it at Tootsie's, yes.
Okay. May I approach? Can you read? Actually, I'll do it on the screen. Can you read this phone number, sir?
Yes, sir. 860-726-3749.
That's your phone number.
Correct.
And it's the originating number, right?
Correct.
Okay. And it is calling what number?
203-606-8969.
And what's the date and time that you made this phone call, sir?
I didn't make that.
Oh, this phone call was made.
7:15 p.m. on February 13th.
That's the day you got shot, right?
Correct.
You got shot early in the morning, right?
Correct.
Okay. And it's your contention that you didn't make that phone call?
I can tell you exactly who made the phone call, if you'd like.
And from your lost phone?
That 726 number wasn't lost. It was left in Connecticut with a friend of mine.
That was there, correct? You left that in Connecticut?
Yes.
Okay. Do you see this call on the 12th, day before at 9:40? Oh, sorry, it's blurry.
Yes.
Do you see that number?
Yes.
Okay. And do you see the numbers being called?
Yes.
Okay. You see the dates?
Yes.
These are interactions between you and Aaron, correct?
No, it's not an interaction between me and Aaron.
So those phone numbers are calling each other while you're in Florida. Is that correct?
That is correct. That phone is being called to Aaron's, and that phone's in Connecticut at the time.
And according to you, the phone's in Connecticut.
Yes, and I can tell you who had it, if you'd like to know.
Well, I'm sure we can clear that up. But it's not lost at Tootsie's, right?
What's not lost? That
The one
particular
that's-
number?
The one
Like
that's the phone call that's making that call that night.
the 726 number?
Correct.
No, that's not lost at Tootsie's.
Okay. And you talked about how you have 2 phones and you burn them, right?
One's a burner phone, yes.
Okay. And you're always changing phones every 30 days.
Sometimes more frequent than that, correct. Sometimes a little longer.
Okay. And basically you throw them away.
I don't necessarily throw them away.
You don't renew their minutes.
At a point, I usually don't, or I either pass it to someone else.
Because that's not good for a drug dealer to do, right?
Objection.
Overruled.
No, it wouldn't be good to do if you were selling drugs like I was.
Okay. And that's why you changed numbers. But yet, you wanted to get into a fight in the car, according to you, over this phone, for which you were probably going to dump anyway, right?
Objection to get in a fight.
No, rephrase, please.
I'll withdraw the question. Now, sir, you mentioned to the police that you ran out of money, right? Remember talking about that?
Yes, I got low on money.
Okay. And you reached out to a gentleman by the name of Kevin Gordon, right?
Yes.
And you asked Kevin Gordon to send you money.
Yes, I asked Mr. Gordon to send me a Western Union, correct.
And he Western Union your money?
No, I used Mr. Hernandez's phone to make the call, and he never got back in touch with me because my phone at the time was dead.
Okay. You never told Kevin to send you money?
I told Kevin to send me a Western Union, at which time I called from Mr. Hernandez's phone because my phone was already dead. So he...
And when you spoke to him, did he agree to send you the money?
Answering.
Did you finish your answer?
No, sir.
You may.
So when he informed me that he would, I instructed him to call me back on Mr. Hernandez's phone.
And you told him, I'm in Florida, I'm out of money, and I need you to send me money.
Yes, I was running extremely low on money. I need him to send me a Western Union.
And he said, okay, no problem.
Okay, no problem.
Now, you got to Tootsie's and you testified to the ladies and gentlemen of the jury that there were 4 of you in the car.
Correct.
But you described 3 cars that you were running with during that time period, right?
Mr. Baez, I think we'll take a 15-minute recess, folks, before we get into